The successful management of honeybees in the 21st century demands adherence to a core philosophy: beekeeping as an applied, research-backed science. The curriculum of scientific apiculture begins by validating this tradition, tracing the lineage from C.P. Dadden to Dr. Keith S. Delaplane. This approach is not merely one of many beginner methods. It represents the primary modern American apicultural legacy. The Dadden-Delaplane scientific legacy. The scientific tradition was formalized by Charles Dadden, who immigrated to Illinois in 1863 and founded Dadden & Sons. Dadden championed the large, movable frame hive, a revolutionary technology that allowed beekeepers to inspect and manage colony health, honey stores, and queen status without destroying the essential comb structure. His son, C.P. Dadden, codified these practices in the influential text First Lessons in Beekeeping and Honeybees and Beekeeping, A Year in the Life of an Apiary. A century later, Dr. Keith S. Delaplane, director of the University of Georgia Honeybee Program, continues this data-driven approach through his research on topics such as mite resistance and disease treatment. His 2007 revision of First Lessons in Beekeeping and Honeybees and Beekeeping, A Year in the Life of an Apiary, carry forward this commitment to practical, non-romanticized scientific management. This tradition emphasizes a philosophical shift, the core concept of the superorganism. The honeybee colony, not the individual bee, is the biological unit of survival and reproduction. 50,000 worker bees function as specialized, coordinated, and expendable cells in a single living system. This perspective transforms the beekeeper's role from behavior to steward of a complex organism. A scientific beekeeper does not treat a sick bee, but manages the health of the colony through its social immunity, the collective behaviors that fight disease. The colony reproduces through swarming, and its resilience depends on maintaining balance within this emergent system. A core biological curriculum, anatomy, and timelines provides the foundation for managing this superorganism. The colony is defined by its eusocial society and 3 distinct castes. The queen, the sole reproductive female, capable of laying up to 2,000 eggs daily at her peak. Her diet of royal jelly drives her full reproductive development. The worker, non-reproductive females, 20,000 to 90,000 per colony, performing all tasks: cleaning, nursing, comb building, guarding, and foraging. Their lifespan is often only 6 weeks in summer. And the drone, the males whose sole purpose is to mate with virgin queens. They are expelled in fall to conserve resources. The worker's life follows temporal polytheism, an age-based labor sequence dictated by glandular development. Cleaner, days 1 through 3, nurse, days 4 through 12, architect or storer, days 13 through 18, guard, days 19 through 21, and forager, days 22 through 42. If a pesticide kills the forages, the colony must accelerate this progression, creating a labor gap that can cripple it for weeks. The metabolism timeline serves as the Rosetta Stone for hive management. Development time differs among castes. Queen, 16 days, worker, 21 days, drone, 24 days. Since new queen cells can be capped in 9 days, inspections must occur every 7 to 9 days to prevent uncontrolled swarming. The practical curriculum, management, and varroa control translates into the practical calendar of a year in the life of an apiary. Spring, March to April, watch for starvation and swarming. Prevent congestion by adding space or making splits. Summer, May through August, main honey flow. Add honey supers regularly and harvest before plants like bitterweed bloom, which can ruin flavor. Fall, September through October, build winter populations of long-lived fat bees. Winter, November through February, monitor stores and colony strength. The greatest modern threat is Varroa destructor, the parasitic mite that feeds on the bee's fat body and spreads over 20 viruses. A single mite-infested winter bee may doom the colony by February. Thus, the curriculum stresses integrated pest management, or IPM. Test regularly, using the powdered sugar roll or alcohol/soap wash. Treat only when thresholds exceed 3% mite load. Rotate treatments annually and apply only after honey supers are removed, using approved products such as Apivar or oxalic acid. Beekeepers must use standardized Langstroth hives, which ensure compatibility and support all modern management practices. Local adaptation is vital. Knowing bloom calendars, such as red maple as the first pollen source, and joining local beekeeping associations to secure mentors. This methodical approach, linking the superorganism philosophy to biological timelines and applying that knowledge through a rigorous, research-based annual cycle, is the cornerstone of successful scientific apiculture. Analogy. Scientific apiculture is like operating a sophisticated piece of industrial machinery. The biological timeline is the user manual. The superorganism concept is the blueprint. You cannot fix a performance issue, swarming, or prevent a catastrophic failure, Varroa crash, without understanding the timing and interdependence of the entire system.